Go.
Hey, welcome to the Step It Up podcast. I'm Helene.
And I'm Penelope.
And we're here to step it up, empowering the overweight to overcome, because we've done it.
Yeah, we've done it.
So we've been hearing a lot in the news for the last few years about body positivity. Woohoo! Woo-hoo. And gosh, it's easier said than done, isn't it?
For sure. It definitely is easier said than done. It's a big concept because it used to not be as popularized, I feel. I feel like everyone was just like, you either love your body or you hate your body, and it is what it is. And it wasn't like really talked about a lot, online at least. And then it became this huge thing online. You saw all these posts, body positivity, body positivity, love your body at every size is beautiful, da-da-da-da-da, everywhere, like all the time. It's like all you saw. It's all I saw on social media for months and months and months and months and months. And then I realized a lot of things were going on behind the scenes of those videos. People started capitalizing on that language. That became their entire brand. And I just want to preface, I think body positivity is amazing. I think everyone should love their body at every size. But I think there is a limit. I think there's a limit to how far that goes. Because when you gain a certain amount of weight, you can become obese and you can die from being overweight. Your mom died from being overweight, right?
My mom died at age 59, and one of her causes of death was severe obesity. So if anyone understands the gravity, both literally and figuratively, of obesity, it's definitely me. I think she could have lived longer and survived the crisis she was in if she hadn't had all that extra weight. And yeah, it was big. And so it's challenging when you're really overweight, whether you have 20 pounds to lose or 200 pounds to lose, to feel really positive about your body.
Yeah.
And so it almost feels like a Band-Aid, like a mask of some sort. Like, I'm supposed to be positive, and now we're seeing plus-size models. So, folks, I don't know if you know this, but I was like one of the OG plus-size models back in the 90s. I was a Ford model with New York.
Yeah.
Had incredible experiences. Met her dad on location, actually. Yeah, so I mean, like, a really big part of my life. And I was successful, like, I was really well booked, and I was, with a top agency, and it was really fun. And I really started to become more positive about my body when I was a model, because I was seeing myself through somebody else's lens and through many other people's lenses, literally. And so for me, I felt like I was doing a good thing because I was helping increase plus-size women to think better about themselves, to wear beautiful things and to treat themselves well. But I never thought that in like 20-some years it would turn out to be like this, where I'm walking into Target and I'm seeing plus-size models in bathing suits. Like, really plus-size models.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't aspire to be that.
Yeah.
I don't actually even want to see that.
Oh.
I know, it's really, I don't think I've ever told anybody that.
You told me that before.
I don't want to see it. But it might be my problem.
Well, I like to preface this. We should probably preface this. We've both been through the journey, right? Like, I used to be 300 pounds. How heavy did you used to be when you were a kid?
I mean, it was like, I went up and down. It wasn't until after I had you that I started to actually like really get my weight under control.
That's interesting.
I was always a plus size person, I always had like 30-ish pounds to lose up until before I had you.
Okay. So that's just to preface that, right? So we're not just saying that because like, oh, look at us now and we're better now. It's like, no, we've actually been through the same thing we're seeing these women be at. So we understand it on a deep level. And so seeing it, I think maybe it brings up things for us, like about how painful it was for us to be overweight. Like, I can speak for myself. Like, I couldn't walk up a hill.
It's not healthy.
Yeah.
Like, I feel pained. Like, if someone's sick, I feel kind of like, oh man, like I want to help that person.
I know.
It's not healthy. It causes diabetes. It causes heart disease. It causes premature death and premature aging. It causes cancer. Like there's not a lot of good that comes from carrying an extra 20 or 200 pounds more than you need. All that excess it's not healthy. And I guess that's what pains my heart. It's like, it's just not healthy. And so there's this crossover between like body positivity going into like not healthy, and how am I supposed to be positive about that and still make a change?
Exactly. Like,
ooh.
I remember being 300 pounds, and we went to the doctor's office, and they took my blood, and they're like, your triglycerides are high, you're at risk to be obese, you're at risk to get diabetes. Do you remember anything else? I think that was it, right?
They were worried about your thyroid, but it checked out, at least with those tests.
But I was 15. I was only 15. 15-year-olds don't go through things like that unless they're overweight. And then to have social media telling me, it's okay to be the way you are. It's okay to love yourself the way you are. Well, if I'm dead, is it okay? Is it okay if I'm dead?
Yeah, so this goes back to that bully conversation that we had previously on this podcast, where it's like this fine line between like accepting and loving yourself for where you are today and still having a vision for how you're going to get healthier, feel better, and prevent disease. So you can have the freedom that health affords you. Because let me tell you, folks, I was in a wheelchair at age 7 for a year. Then I compound spiral fractured my leg. So I was basically like laid out for almost 3 years, ages 7 to 10. I know what it's like to be incapacitated and not have your health. Yeah. It is no fun. Like nothing can happen. You can't work, you can't do your service, you can't be a good parent, you can't be a good neighbor, you can't be a good friend, you can't like nothing.
Everything. You can't function. I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. I couldn't have conversations. I couldn't go outside. I was so uncomfortable. I couldn't walk up the stairs. Walking up the hill, I had a panic attack going up the hill. I actually wouldn't walk up the hill.
Yeah, I moved into a house on top of a hill thinking she'd be walking to school or riding the bike. That was my fantasy.
Little did she know.
Yeah, you were like, that's not going to happen ever. But I had this like silly fantasy about it.
But it's just a show. Like, you can't be positive about something that's going to kill you. Like, it's not funny, and it's not okay, and it's not positive to be dying.
Yet you still have to love and accept and forgive yourself. And so it's this like really deep, intimate relationship that we all have with ourselves. And I think it's really important that we are like kind enough, yet still hold that vision for a healthier version of ourselves.
Exactly.
A better version of ourselves. And that's why we designed the program Step It Up, because it's just like one step at a time, one bite at a time, one thought at a time.
Yeah, one thought at a time, because you can't just say, oh, I'm going to do keto tomorrow and lose 75 pounds. You know, that's not how it works, and that's not even a long-term solution.
I don't think it is, unless you have epilepsy.
And it's not a lifestyle. Like, that's not a lifestyle you can keep for a long time and keep your body functioning at a healthy.
That's not been my experience, right? That you can do that ketogenic diet.
Or my experience.
Yeah, for a long period of time.
Because I've tried all the diets. All of them.
I think I have too.
And none of it works except Step It Up. That's the only thing that works.
Yeah, we are only interested in these long-term changes that are going to be like delicious. Has to be delicious.
Has to be.
And we've hacked like all the systems for like deliciousness and health. So like, you know, you got to be healthy, but healthy in this equation equals flavor and fun and abundance and yumminess. Yeah, so we have a lot of fun with food.
And a healthy mind. Because we believe in body positivity, but in a different way than the rest of society.
It's like I feel so positive about my decision to improve my body. I'm going to go to the gym today.
Exactly. And that's what I think body positivity should really be.
Yeah. Like, I love myself so much, I'm going to drink some Tulsi tea.
Yes.
I love myself so much, I'm going to go to bed before 10 p.m.
And I'm going to get 8 hours of sleep tonight. And I'm going to eat a bowl of greens for lunch because it's going to give me all this nutrients that my brain loves.
That might not be enough for lunch, but, you know.
But you get what I mean? Like, those are acts of self-love that equal body positivity.
Yes. So we just wanted to chime in on it because body positivity is great, but we've seen it cross over into some unhealthy territory, and we want to address it head on because we're all about it, but right through the lens of forgiveness, acceptance, and love, but using that positivity as like fuel to take good care of yourself. Because we all know what to do. Yeah. The question is like, why are we not doing it?
Exactly.
And that's the question of self-love and acceptance and forgiveness. Right. And body positivity, superficially, isn't it. It's like here on the surface. Like, we're talking about like deep inside of you. Yeah. Like the core. So getting healthy and happy and losing that weight from the inside out, not from the outside in. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be that way.
Has to be.
My mom used to always say beauty comes from within.
And it's true. And that's even more true, right? You can be body positive all you want, but if you don't truly believe that you're beautiful inside, then that's all fake.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we're in a situation right now. Like, a very big problem with obesity. Mm-hmm. They recently came out with a pill.
Oh.
A pill for obesity. Let me tell you, folks, there's no pill for obesity.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get into this on the next episode. And how do you want to close?
You just close like this.
All right. Think positive, be positive, love yourselves.
Do acts of self-love.
Yeah. And accept yourselves right where you are. And take action today, every bite, every step, every thought. And let us know if you want to learn more about our Step It Up program. It's coming this summer. So be sure to get on the waiting list. You can go to the link tree in our Instagram and get on that list.
And comment down below if you want to see more.
Yeah, I'm really curious what you think and what you see and what you'd like to see more of.